Hello, my dear future nursing officers. Welcome you all to the Master Nursing classes. In the last previous video, we have discussed the most important high-end hot topics where I have selected one particular important topic and I have discussed all the golden points related to that particular very important questions and concepts. So in the today's video, we are going to discuss the most important theory based questions where you people will make a small mistake while choosing the answers. So after watching this particular video on the theory based questions, which is most important for your RRB nursing support exams and mainly for your Norcet mains exams. So as I told to you people, in the prelims, the question paper will come on the practice based, where you people have got the most of the questions on the blood transfusion, okay, and from the what we can say ambo bag and all means are practical questions which will comes in the prelims, and a theory based and concept based and priority based and a scenario based questions will comes in the mains exams mostly, okay, and you people will get some means 50 to 55 questions one liners also we can expect in the mains. Why? Because the question paper will total number of the questions will comes in the question paper is around 160 questions will come, okay. So if examiner giving a 160 complete scenario based questions means it will won't complete in the a given period of the time in a 180 minutes, right? So that is the reason where you people also will get the one liners, also will get the priority questions, also will get the practice based questions, also will get the concept based questions, scenario based questions, one liner questions, okay. So here whatever the one liner questions and easy questions which are coming, we don't have to make a single mistake, okay, because these one liners and easy questions keeps you in the competition, and whatever the scenario based questions or theory based questions are questions with concept which are coming, you people are practicing in the master nursing classes on the daily basis, and you people are studying on the master nursing classes on the daily basis. So it will help to you people, and it will brings you out of the crowd and make you in a top rankers, right? So that is the whatever the plan I have made to you people to cover the theory portions. So please go through this one, and whatever the thing I am explaining, don't neglect. It's easy, okay. It will comes in exam, we will make it happen, like, okay. So whatever the thing I'm trying to tell to you people, so take a note of that one, at least take a screenshot of that one and do practice on the daily basis, so it will help to improve your improve your rank in the exams, right? So very good evening beta, very good evening, good evening, very good evening once again. Welcome you all to the master nursing classes. So please hit the like button, everyone, please hit the like button. And any one of you are watching the master nursing classes first time, so please do subscribe to the channel, and if you are already a subscriber, please hit the bell button where all the notification of the classes will get to you people, okay, whenever we will be live or whenever we will upload the any videos, right? Our non-nursing videos where the Sunil sir conducting the classes regularly, okay. Today also we have uploaded the video on the blood relations, very important. All type of the questions sir have practiced to you people, right? Some questions will come like difficult questions, a man directing to a photo and he is telling he is the grandmother of that and mother of this, okay. Those all type of the questions were also discussed in the non-nursing questions. So there is highest chance of the coming of the questions from the blood relations, coding, decoding, and what are the regular portions there, we are definitely we will cover for your upcoming RRB nursing superintendent exams, okay. So don't have to worry about that one, and just now focus over the nursing portion of the RRB nursing superintendent exams plus Norcet mains exams, okay. So yes, with this beautiful motivational quote, we will start the today's class. The motivational class of the day, motivational quote of the day says that don't compare yourself with other people, compare yourself with who you were yesterday, right? So you have to compare on yourself only, don't have to compare with others. You have to just compare as compared to yesterday, how much improved today, What are the mistakes you have corrected on the today? Whatever the new things you have learned in the today, and whatever the things you have learned and how much you are applying. So just compare yourself, whatever the progress you have since as compared to the yesterday, right? So if Virat Kohli have compared himself with Amitabh Bachchan, he would not have become the great cricketer, right? So Virat Kohli is made for play the very well cricket, and Amitabh Bachchan is made for very well acting. Okay, so if Amitabh Bachchan is saying I am not a good cricketer, what is the mean in that? He is a good actor. He is his own capabilities, own action style, own lifestyle, own diet. Everything is separate. And cricketer Virat Kohli, he is having his own style, own lifestyle, own diet set. Everything is different for him. Okay, so if he compares to acting, and if Amitabh Bachchan compares to cricket, means it won't happen. So that's what you people also made for to act as a life savior, right? So you have to think yourself as a one's own unique personality and one's own unique capability. So you have to work on that one. Then only the improvement comes. Then only we can able to contribute somewhat to your society, right? So that's what. Never ever compare yourself with others, right? It will, if you are comparing yourself with others, never ever it helps to you people. Okay, so it demotivates you, it kills your confidence. That is the reason why I'm telling this particular important word to your life, right? So with this beautiful thought, we'll start the today's very important class. That is the first question coming in front of you people. So please do choose the correct answer for this first very important questions. Okay, so Bagososis is a form of the hypersensitivity pneumonitis caused by the exposure to which of the following dust here. Okay, so the question is very simple. A bagososis is a hypersensitivity pneumonitis. Okay, and it is a part of the our pneumoconiasis. Okay, it is a part of the, or it is a type of the our pneumoconiasis. Okay, what is pneumoconiasis? Pneumoconiasis is a occupational health disease which exposes to, which happens to due to exposure to the any kind of the dust. Okay, if it is a dust of the silicon, that is the silicosis happens. If it is a dust of the coal, the anthracosis happens. If it is a dust of the sugar cane, yes, what happens? The bagosis happens. Okay, and if it is a dust of the cotton, yes, what happens? The biocinosis happens. Right. So the bagososis is a form of the hypersensitivity pneumonitis caused by the exposure to the, yes, all of you have given the correct answer. That is, the bagososis happens due to the exposure to the sugar cane fiber dust. Okay, so this is the correct answer. Very important, right? So how to remember, sir? Yes, remember with this pic. Okay, here the sugar canes are there, and here the bag is there. Okay, so due to the inhalation of the sugarcane dust, due to the inhalation of the sugarcane dust, the bagososis is happening. Okay, the bagososis is happening. This is how you people have to remember this very important thing, right? So this is the very important and repeatedly asked questions. So that's what I have bring with the image to remember to you people, right? So the next very important thing is the cotton dust. Okay, so if the patient is inhaling the cotton dust, what happens? Yes, the biocinosis happens. We will study in the next question. Okay, then if the patient is happening inhaling the cold dust, what happens? The anthracosis happens. The black lung disease happens, right? So that is the cold dust is the anthracosis. Then the silica inhalation leads to the, yes, the silicosis, right? So very important question and a most important answer. So this is the mnemonic to remember this one. Okay, so here are the all type of the pneumoconiasis. Okay, so pneumoconiasis is a very important portion. This is a occupational health disease, okay, which happens due to the inhalation of the dust. Okay, it happens due to the inhalation of the dust particles. Okay, so based on the which kind of the dust particles, the name of the disease is categorized. Okay, if the dust particle of the cotton dust, that is what we call as the biocinosis. Very important, bacho. So take it as in the very important portion. Definitely one question will strike in your upcoming Norcet mains exams and upcoming very important RRB exam. Okay, the biocinosis is the cotton dust exposure. That is the biocinosis. Bagosis already we have discussed. There is the moldy sugarcane dust exposure. There is the bagosis. Then farmer's lungs, that is due to the grain dust exposure, or we can say the moldy hay exposure, are most very important questions, and it's type of the pneumoconiasis. Okay, so here's the very important next question for you people. Consider this one as on the very important, and some other important questions also this related to this word, that is the snowstorm appearance. I will discuss with you people. So first try to give the best answer for the given question here. Okay, so the snowstorm appearance of the chest x-ray is typically seen in which of the following occupational health disease? Okay, so in the occupational lung diseases, so where we will take the chest x-ray, in that one we are seeing the snowstorm appearance, right? So which is the correct answer? Option A silicosis, option B asbestosis, option C bagosis, and option D the coal workers pneumonitis. Yes, what is the correct answer? Fatapat do response in the comment box. I am waiting for your best response here. The snowstorm appearance in the chest x-ray happens in which occupational lung disease? Yes, happens in which occupational lung disease? Yes, who all are choosing the correct answer as a option A, that is the silicosis is your correct answer. Okay, so what happens in the silicosis? If the person working in the industries of the where the silica is most repeatedly used, so in that situation he may inhale the silica dust. Okay, so with him, so there is a chance of happening of the some lung disease due to the inhalation of the silica. That is what you call as the silicosis. Okay, in this one, in this patient we have taken the x-ray of the patient, means it will show the snowstorm appearance in the x-ray of the patient. Okay, so very important. And where other the things where we will see the snowstorm? Okay, one more very important word is there, that is the yes, that is the miliary TB. In the miliary TB also, if we take the x-ray of the chest, we will see the snowstorm appearance. Okay, and if you have done the ultrasonography USG of pelvis, especially the uterus in the pregnancy, okay, if the snowstorm appearance is we can able to see, that is the snowstorm in the ultrasonography. Okay, so we can say very importantly, that is the yes, can anyone wants to answer? Where we will see in the pregnancy lady is there, the lady is pregnant. Now we have taken the ultrasonography of the pelvic. Okay, where we are seeing the snowstorm appearance in the ultrasonography. So what is the diagnosis? Yes, what answer please? I'm waiting for your responses, bacho. So what? We call that one also as in the gestational trophoblastic disease, where we will see the excessive growth of the trophoblast. Yes, that is the molar pregnancy. Okay, in the molar pregnancy, we will see the snowstorm appearance in the our very important USG. Okay, so these are the another important questions that the examiner can throw on in front of you people. A snowstorm appearance in the X-ray in the occupational lung disease, silicosis. Snowstorm appearance in the TB, that is the miliary TB. Snowstorm appearance in the USG, that is the molar pregnancy. Okay, hope this is the clear to you people. And here is the next very important question, so which is coming in front of you people. So please do choose the correct answer. Yes, the Monday morning fever is the most commonly associated with which of the following? Okay, which of the following? So this Monday morning fever, also we can say the mild fever. Okay, or we can say the chest tightness fever. Chest tightness fever, or the Monday morning fever. So which is most commonly associated with which of the following thing here? Option D is the coal dust, option C is the asbestos fibers, option B is the silica dust, and option A is the cotton dust. So your answer goes here as the cotton dust is the correct answer. So the cotton dust inhalation, we call this one as in the what we can call this one. Yes, already we have discussed the cotton dust inhalation is the our bicyanosis. Okay, so why what we call this one as in the right the bicyanosis, right? So that is the cotton dust inhalation. So in this one, we also call as the Monday morning fever, the mill fever, or the chest tightness fever. Okay, so the most very important questions to you people. Okay, so here is the next most important question. So please read the question properly, and this is your 100-star question. Okay, most important question. That is on the mesothelioma. Okay, so don't worry, I will explain what is mesothelioma. So just read the question completely, then try to give your best answer. If it's not found, so I will explain everything. Okay, right? The mesothelioma is the most commonly associated with which of the following occupational exposure? Option A is telling the silica dust. Option B is telling the cotton dust. Option C is telling the asbestos exposure, and option D is telling the coal dust. Yes, and who all are choosing the correct answer as a asbestos exposure. So your answer is correct. So what is the asbestos exposure? Yes, inhalation of the asbestos dust. So that may lead to the asbestosis. Okay. So in the asbestosis, there is highest chance of the lung cancer. Which occupational disease is having the highest chance of the lung cancer? If the examiner is asking, that is the asbestos exposure. That is the occupational lung disease which is having the highest chance of the conversion to the lung disease. Okay, so the mesothelioma is the classical cancer of the lungs which happens. Okay, so in a asbestosis exposure. So what is mesothelioma, sir? Mesothelioma is the excessive proliferation of the mesothelial cells. Sir, we have heard the squamous cell, columnar cell. Okay, so transitional epithelial cells. Sir, what is this mesothelial cell, sir? Yes, this is the very important cells in our body which is looks like a squamous. Okay, which looks like a squamous, and which is having the ability to secrete the fluid. Okay, which is having the ability to secrete the fluid. Okay, so that is the fluid secreting ability is there. Okay, so to state this one as on the mesothelioma, the basement membrane should be there. Okay, this black color line is the basement membrane, and these are the squamous cells, right? So here's the fluid secreting ability. So this one we call as on the mesothelial cells. What we can say, this one is the mesothelial cells. Okay, so where we will find this mesothelial cells? Sir, did you heard about the pleural cavity around surround of the our lungs? The pleura is there, where we there is presence of the pleural fluid also is there, sir. Did you heard about the pleural fluid? Yes, sir. From where it will come, sir? It will comes by the secretion of the mesothelial cells, right? Sir, did you heard about the pericardial cavity? In the pericardial space, there is the pericardial fluid is there, sir. From where the pericardial fluid will come, sir? That is comes from the secretion of the mesothelial cell. Okay, so that is what the mesothelial cells are, the special cells which is having the ability to secrete the fluid, and which is present with the basement membrane and the squamous structure. Okay, so the next level of the questions may comes in your exams. Okay, so if these mesothelial cells is getting the excessive proliferations due to the asbestos exposure, so we call that one as on the mesothelioma. Okay, wherever the oma comes, that is the excessive new growth. Okay, so that is the most important thing all of people have to know, understand, and give the best shot in the exams and say, I am the proud master nursing classes students. Okay, so here we are teaching you a difficult level of the questions by making it easy to get the best track in the upcoming exams. Okay, so hope the concept and question is clear on this one. And here is the next very important questions. Okay, so that is on the anthracosis. Okay, so what is anthracosis? Anthracosis is most commonly associated with which of the following exposure? Yes, already 2 to 3 times discussed questions on the anthracosis. Yes, the anthracosis is also called as on the black lung disease. Okay, so most important. So black lung disease is also called as the anthracosis, which happens due to the coal dust inhalation. Okay, so due to the excessive exposure to the coal dust, yes, the anthracosis happens. So that is what we call as the black lung disease. This is the simple one liner important questions the examiner can throw in front of you people, right? So here is the next most important questions. Very easy questions which looks like, but you people will choose a inappropriate answer in the exams. Okay, so that is on the DAPDA. Yes, who given the DAPDA? The stages of the grieving. The stages of the grief. Yes, who given the stages of the grief? Let's discuss everything in detail. Okay, so first I will read the important question first. So after learning about the diagnosis of the terminal illness, James start blaming doctors. Okay, what happening? So James is a person or the patient. So he just learned about the diagnosis of the terminal illness. Now he is unable to extend his life for the prolonged time because he is having the terminal illness. Okay, so now he got to know about he is having the terminal illness, and now he starts to blaming to the doctors and the hospital system, and even God also he is blaming, and he feels unfair. Okay, he feels it's unfair, and he says, "Why me only? Why it happens to me only?" Okay, so I have done everything right in my life. I have not done any kind of the mistakes, but why the terminal illness happened to me only? Okay, so there are a lot of the peoples are there in the world. They are living with the curse. So still, why it's me? It's unfair. The patient is saying. So in which stage of the grief he is? The James is in the which stage of the grief? Okay, so option A, the depression stage. Option B, the anger stage. Option C, the bargaining stage. And option D, the denial stage. So what is this answer? Right? So let's discuss the data in detail. Okay. So that is the stages of the gripping given by the Kubler-Ross. Who given the stages of the gripping? Given by the Kubler-Ross is the person who given the stages of the gripping, where we will know this one in the sequence with the data: denial, anger, bargaining, then depression, then last one is the acceptance. So this is what we call as the DAPDA, the Kubler-Ross stages of the gripping, the most important thing. Okay, so here the denial will come. Denial means denying. Okay, so what is denying? The refusing the things, not accepting the things. Okay, so now the James got to know about he is having the a very dangerous brain cancer, means he will not believe. And it's not possible. I am not a smoker. I am not a man who is watching the this Shah Rukh Khan and one more our actor is there who is making the advertisement of the gutka. I have not watched those people. I have not eaten any kind of the this tambaku, pan, gutka, and I'm not a smoker. It's not possible to be a. I am a cancerous patient. He will not accept the things. Okay, so the doctor will show the things. Yes, this is your MRA of the brain. Here we are getting the a tumor in your brain. The patient will say it's not possible, doctor. Whether this MRA report may be a other patient's report. So please do cross check that one. So the patient is not able to accept the thing, and he is in a situation where he is unable to digest the particular fact. Okay, so here the patient will refuse just to accept the reality. So that is what we call as on the denial and denial. In this word, the patient will tell it's not possible, and patient will ask for the confirmation. So that is the what we call as in the denial. In the word where the patient will say it's not possible, it's not my thing. Okay, that is the he is always refusing the fact. That is the denial. Okay, so now patient repeatedly enforced that it is your report only and you are only having the terminal illness. Then he starts to blaming the staff of the hospital. He starts to blaming the doctor. Okay, so then he starts blaming the God. So God, what happened to this one? I have not made any mistakes. Around surround of me, there are thousand people. They will smoke a thousand of the cigarettes daily. Oh, so why you want? Why you haven't given the cancer to them? Why have given this kind of the dangerous cancer to me? So it's not fair. So it's completely unfair. why me only, like this kind of the anger will comes out of the patient. So that is called as the anger, where the feeling of the frustration, helplessness, and often directed to the others or the situations. Okay, so here the patient, he directing his frustration and helplessness to the our hospital staffs. Okay, so what they actually will got here is the James got to know about the terminal illness, and James started to blame the doctors. Means he is exposing his frustrations to the around peoples and to the situations. Okay, and he's telling it's not fair, and why me only. So these two very very important word in the exams, it's coming, the not fair and why me only. So these are the word where the patient will use in the anger. Okay, now the James is in the stage of the anger. Okay, so then, so the James got to know about it's done. So he, the fact is there. Okay, so it's the report of the James only, and he is only having the terminal illness. So just it's an came to the awareness of the James. Now the James will start bargaining to the God. Oh Jesus, I will pray thousand, I will burn the thousand of the candles. Okay, so oh my God, so I will give you a thousand, like what we can say, the god kirita. So please save me, so please save me God. It's I want to live for a long time, so please save me God. He starts to bargain in front of the God. Okay, so that is what we call as in the bargaining. Okay, so bargaining is the trying to make the deals settle, and what if statement reserves reverse or the and lessens the loss. Okay, if the loss is happen, if the God, if lessens the loss, so he will try to bargain in front of the God and try to make the deals to get settled. Okay, and he will try to bring the situation back to the normal. That is the what the patient starts to bargain in front of the God. So, oh God, please save me, like this. So that kind of the words it will comes. So even after bargaining, patient comes to know that yes, it's not possible and I am about to die. So in that particular situation, the patient will go into the depression, and now he will start saying, what is there in my life? Everything is over. Nothing is left in my life. So I am going to die in a few days, few months. So nothing will, I am worthless now. So no, nothing can do in my life. So these kind of the words the patient starts saying is he is in the stage of the depression of the Kubler-Ross dabda. Okay, so then patient experiencing the deep sadness and emotional pain over the reality of the loss. So that is what you call as in the depression. And at the end, the patient will comes to the, he will accept the reality. Okay, so he will comes to a sad. Everyone every day will die. Okay, so one of the day we also have to die. So my time came early, so I have to accept this thing, and I have to move with the particular thing what I have got now. I have to finds a way to move forward with a particular loss. Okay, so that's the acceptance is there. So these are the very very important five stages of the our Kubler-Ross stages of the grief. Very very important. The questions will come. Okay, so the first question will come simple line. That is the what is the first stage of the Kubler-Ross grief is the our denial is the first stage of the Kubler-Ross grief stages, and which one is the last stage of the Kubler-Ross grief stages? This is the acceptance is the Kubler-Ross grief stages, and total how many stages of the grief are there in the Kubler-Ross grief stages? Total five stages are there. So and another questions will comes to you people to arrange in the sequence. Okay, so first you have while arranging you have to make it in the sequence like dabda only, the denial, anger, then bargaining, then depression, then acceptance. Okay, so this is how the examiner can ask you in make and write it in the sequence of the grief process. Okay, so these are the types of the questions may the examiner ask to you people in your upcoming mains exams and RRB nursing superintendent exams. Hope the thing is clear to you people. And here's the next most important and very easy question. So I'm waiting for your answer here. So Fadafat, do response to the comment. Do response with by your comments in the comment box. Okay. So the question is very simple. Which component of the personality? Which component of the personality represents a intellectualized societal rules and morals? Okay, so there are the three types of these personalities are there. So given by the a segment fruit. Okay, according to him, so the personalities are built on the three phases. Okay, that one is the id, second one is the ego, then another one is the super ego. So what is id, ego, and super ego? So we will discuss in detail with a very important examples for that one, where our personality is going on the principles of the morals, or it's going on the intellectual or societal rules. So what we call this one? So we call this one as in the, yes, very nice of you all. Few of you all given the correct answer, that is the super ego. Bacho, Sigmund Freud's given the structural theory of our the personality, where he holds there are the three components of the personality. One is the id, another one is the ego, another one is the super ego. Okay, id works on the principle of the pleasure, ego works on the principle of the reality, and super ego works on the principle of the morality. Sir, what is this one, sir? We have didn't understood this one, sir. Yes. So look at me and listen to the explanation what I am giving to you people. It is the thing where a person will not think about the situation, not think about the particular condition. In this one, he completely works on the pleasure principle. Just you want to be a pleasure, just you want to take a gratification. Okay, so just you want to be happy there. So he will not think of the other situation and his current situation. Okay, for example, a mother who is working in the home, she took his baby and she went to a nearby shop. Okay, so in the shop, okay, the baby seen the lollipop in the shop. Okay, and the baby starts to cry, and it will falls to the ground, and it will cry very tightly, very what we can say vigorously. Okay, and it says, I want it, means I want it. I don't want to know about your situation, and I don't think about situation. So I want it means I want it. Just the baby want it means want it. Okay, that is what we call as the a principle of the pleasure. Okay, so just to be fulfilling its need, so it will not think about the situation, it will start crying, it will fall to the ground. Okay, so that is the id principle, id, which works on the principle of the pleasure. Okay, so that is what we call as the principle of the pleasure, that is will be seen in the id component. Okay, then comes to the ego component. Sir, what will happens in the ego component? Sir, ego component works on the reality principle. Okay, so consider you and me are the both very important close friends. We are walking over the road, and we have seen one mango tree, where which is there in the compound of the one another's home, and the mango which comes over the road like this. Okay, when I see over the mango, I will look at the that particular person's home, where if someone is there means I will not take that mango. Why? Because the owner will scold us. Okay. If no one is there means I will take the mango and I will go to my home. So this is acting on the reality, right? So if someone is there, I will leave that one there only. I will go to my home. And if no one is there, I will take that mango and I will go to my home. Okay. So this is the it reality. So it is the ego. Okay. It actually works on the reality principle. Okay. Then comes to the super ego. So considering the superego, what happens? So superego is the thing which works on the moral principles. Okay. So consider if you and me are again friends and we are walking over the road and same the mango tree is there. So even if there is no owner in the home, so we used to say, yes, the stealing the thing from the others is a curse. Okay, so will not steal. It's a false thing. It's an not acceptable rule. So we will work on the morality. So that is what we call as the super ego, right? So even if there is no owners in the home, we will not take the mango of that particular home. Okay, so that is the super ego. Hope the reality. Hope the all the components of the personality given by the Sigmund Freud is clear to you people. So it's very important. The examiner directly throw the question. It works on the principle of the pleasure principle. Ego works on the principle of the reality, and superego works on the principle of the morality principle. So this very important questions will comes in your upcoming exam. And here the examiner asks the component of the personality which represents the morals. So that is the superego is the component of the personality which represents the morals. Okay. So hope the concept is clear over the particular question. Okay. So here is the next very important questions. in front of you people. Yes, the simple question and most important question, right? The question is, the Oedipus complex occurs during the which stage? Bacho, I think all of you people know the psychosexual theory given by the Sigmund Freud. Okay, so the psychosexual theory we also call as the psychoanalytic theory. So, which is also given by the Sigmund Freud. Okay, so the question will come. So, who given the psychoanalytic theory or the psychosexual theory? The psychosexual theory and psychoanalytic theory, which is given by the Sigmund Freud. Okay, so in the psychosexual theory of the development, there are the many stages are there. Okay, so like this. First stage we are having the oral stage, then anal stage, then phallic stage, then latency stage, then the genital stage. Sir, how to remember this one, sir? Very simple, sir. Okay, O APLG. Okay, so that is the very simple. We are taking the ball and we are going to the Andhra Pradesh Premier League, and so we get the prize there. Okay, so O is the ball here and Andhra Pradesh Premier League, and we got the what we can say, yes, gift, or we can say whatever you want, you can remember. Okay, the simple sequence is the OAPLG. The first one is the our oral stage, anal stage, phallic stage, latency stage, and the genital stage. So in the every year, in the every exams, let it be take as in the state government exam, central government exam, or whatever it may be, ASIC exam, AIMS exams. So there is definitely one questions will strikes from the this psychosocial psychosexual theory of the Sigmund Freud. Okay, so here the question is very simple. The Oedipal complex will see in which stage of the psychosexual theory of the our Sigmund Freud here. So the option A is the oral stage. No, in the oral stage, the center of gratification is around the mouth only, and baby always wants to suck the breast of the mouth. Okay, so complete center of the gratification is the our mouth here only. Okay, so what happens in the oral stage? The first stage of the psychosexual theory of the development, the oral stage starts from the 0 to 18 month. Most importantly, many time asked question, the oral stage lasts for till the 18 months. Okay, in the option you will also get the 1 year. Don't choose the 0 to 1 year, always choose the answer 0 to 18 month. Okay, so then comes to the main focus of the development is over near the mouth. Okay, in the oral stage means near the mouth. Okay, the center of the gratification is sucking, eating. Okay, so key conflict is the weaning here. Okay, so here the mother starts to wean the baby from the breast feed to the external supplementary feeding. So here the baby will start conflict in his mind. Okay, so that's the key conflict is the weaning here. Then a very important point, if there is any fixation, is there any problem with the oral stage, the baby will start to smoke in his future. Okay, so baby will start to overeat in his future. Okay, nail biting will start by the baby, and dependence will be created by the baby. So this is the important thing. If there is any problem in the oral phase, the baby will start to smoke and overeat and nail biting in the future life. Okay, so that is the most important. Whether whether we have seen any kind of the Oedipal complex here, no. So the oral stage is not an answer in our important question which is there in the our board. Okay, so the next stage which is given is the anal stage. Okay, yes. So what happens in the anal stage? The anal stage is a very simple thing. Here, the center of the gratification is around the anus opening. Okay, so over the anal stage here, the main focus of the here is the toilet training, and many time asked question I have highlighted with the yellow color here. The many time asked very important question in the anal stage of the development. What is the main focus of the development? That is the toilet training is the main focus of the development. Okay, if there is any fixation in the anal stage, if there is any problem with the anal stage, a baby will get a obsessive compulsive disease in his future life. The many time asked question, very important bacho. So which stage fixation in the psychosocial development? So there is chance of obsessive compulsive disease. If the examiner is asking, means a fixation in the anal stage, which leads to the OCD in his future. And if the fixation in the anal stage means always want the persons to become a perfect, and this perfectionism over happening means, so we call that one as the obsessive compulsive disease. Okay, so very important, bacho, don't neglect this portion. Okay, so take a screenshot of this one and revise immediately wherever especially I am highlighting. Okay, and this yellow color highlighted one is the most important questions. Okay, so that's what OCD also I have highlighted with the yellow pen here. Okay, so don't neglect this one, right? So then comes to the next very important stage, that's the phallic stage. In the phallic stage, what happens? Okay, so the phallic stage lasts from the 3 year to the 6 year. Okay, the most important, and the focus here is the genitalia as the focus over here. Okay, so here the very important two conflict will develop, that is the Oedipal complex and the Electra complex. Okay, so what is this one? Oedipal complex means what, and Electra complex means what? So let me explain with a clear and very easy explanation to you people. So just we'll mark as a correct answer here the Oedipal complex in the psychosexual development theory, seen in which stage? It will be seen in the phallic stage. Okay, sir, what is the Oedipal complex, sir? What is the Electra complex, sir? Yes, as I told, in the phallic stage, the center will be a focus over the genitalia. Here, a male baby attracts towards the mother, and a female baby attracts towards the father. Sir, how to remember, sir? Sir, female baby is attracting towards the father, F is to F, and male baby is attracting towards the mother. Okay, so here the male baby is the gender is male, and mother means gender is female. So opposite gender there is attraction is there. Okay, so this one we call as in the Oedipal complex. In total, as a mnemonic, I will write here as in the mom. That is the male baby is attracted towards the mother. Sorry, if any voice break is, so I will explain it again. Don't worry. Okay, right? So if any attraction by the male baby over the mother, we call this one as in the Oedipal complex. What we call this one as in the Oedipal complex. Very simple. Okay, so if there is a female baby which attracts towards the father, so this is what we call as in the PEP. Okay, so that is the female attracts with the father. So this is what we call as in the female attracting father. So this is what we call as in the Electra complex. So what we call this one as in the Electra complex. Okay, very simple to remember. The mom is the male baby attract towards the mother, so that's what we call as the Oedipal complex. The female baby attracts towards the father, that is what we call as the Electra complex. If you are able to remember one, so another one will come automatically. So our answer and our concept is clear here. So then comes to the next very important stages, that is the latency. Okay, so in the latency, it happens to the 6 to 12 year of the age. Here examiner will throw the questions, and he have asked the question many times where the quick developmental stage happens. Okay, so quick stage of the sexual development, where it will happens. Okay, so where the quick stage of the sexual development happens means, so it happens in the latency period. The baby will quickly develop in its sexual characteristics. Okay, that's what we call as the quick stages of the sexual development, which happens during the latency stage, and which is most important. Okay, so then comes to the next very important thing. So where the baby will start to learn socialization, where the baby will start to make the friends. Okay, so where the baby starts to play with others by engaging. Okay, so that is the very important phase, that is the latency phase. The question asked two times, or the quick stage of the sexual developments. Almost all you people in the exam, if examiner is throwing the question and he will ask the question where the quick stage of the sexual development happens, almost all you people will choose that one as the genital stage. No, the quick stage of the sexual development is happening in the latency stage. So this is what we have to differentiate and study. This is what we have to focus and study to choose the correct answer. Okay, the examiner is asking the quick stages of the sexual development. Your answer is the latency stage is the Correct answer. Okay. So then what happens in the genitalia says, sir? So I will tell. Don't worry about that one. Okay. Then developing the social skills and making the friends also a key conflict here. Then comes to the, if any fixation is there, so the focus or the friendship and learning will be fixation problem will come, and here the patient is unable to make the proper relationship with the another situation, other friends. Okay, so there is a chance of the personality disorder development also will be there in the latency stage. Okay, so the key word we have to learn here is the sexual developmentally happens very quickly and start to learn socialization. So your answer choosing is the latency. Sir, in the genital stage, what happens, sir? Here the baby is 12 plus age. Okay, then comes to the puberty, till the puberty, and here the baby try to make a sexually satisfactory relationship with the opposite gender. Okay, if the male baby of the 12, not baby, if the male child more than the 12 years till the puberty, he is attracts towards the female child, and it try to match the sexual satisfactory relationship with the opposite gender. Okay, if the examiner is throwing a question where a sexual satisfactory relationship will be developed in which stage of the psychosexual developmental theory given by the Sigmund Freud. So that is our very important word. That is our genitalia is the last very important stage where the baby makes a that kind of the relationship what I told to you people. Okay, so that is the clear thing, and these are the very important 5 stages of the psychosexual developmental theory given by the Sigmund Freud, and this is also called as the psychoanalytical theory given by the Sigmund Freud. Okay, hope the thing is clear and completely clear to you people. And don't call this one as in the psychosocial theory. This is a psychoanalytic theory or a psychosexual theory. Okay, so the psychosocial theory will comes like this. Okay, so which is given by the Eric Erikson. Okay, so who given the psychosocial theory? Yes, the psychosocial theory is given by the Eric Erikson. Okay, so how many stages are there, sir? There is the Eric Erikson 8 stages of the psychosocial developmental theory. Okay, so very important. So Eric Erikson psychosocial developmental stage is having the how many stages? That is the 8 stages are the Eric Erikson's psychosocial developmental theory. So very important points you can remember. Okay, so the question asking here is the very simple. According to the Eric Erikson, the major task during the toddler, that is the 1 to 3 year of the life. Okay, so what is the psychosocial development happens in the toddler according to the Eric Erikson 8 stages of the development. So I want your answer in the comment box. So Padafat, do choose the correct answers here. So I'm waiting for your answers. Padafat, please do choose the correct answer. Yes. Option A is the industry versus inferiority. Option B is the autonomy versus shame and doubt. Option C is the trust versus mistrust. And option D is the identity versus role confusion. Yes, Padafat, please do answer. In the toddler, bacho, remember how to choose the answer. Here, the toddler is there. The toe is there, toe, then a toe. Okay, so remember this one, toe, a toe. That is the toddler age group. That is the autonomy versus shame is the very important. So the stage of the development of the psychosocial developmental theory given by the Eric Erikson. Remember this trick. That is the toe is the auto. Okay, then comes to the our industry versus inferiority. So keep one yes in the middle of this industry and inferiority. What happens this one? This is the ISI. That is the ISI mark. Did you people heard about? So that is the seen in the school age people. Okay. So here, sorry, that is the shit. There is electricity problem in the studio, so don't focus over my face. So whatever the explanation thing which is coming to clearly, I think to you people. So please focus over the board only. Okay. So here there is ISI means the ISI means the industry versus inferiority. Okay. So here industry versus inferiority will be seen in the school aged bachcho. Okay. So that is the most important thing. Look at this one. So school age is the industry versus inferiority. So how to remember this one, sir? There is the ISI. Sir, in the toddler 1 to 3 year, the autonomy versus shame and doubt is happening, sir. How to remember this one, sir? To ऑटो इन स्टेजेस को बिल्कुल रखना है, याद रखना है, एग्जाम ने करेक्ट आंसर चूज करना है. सो इट विल बी वेरी मच हेल्पफुल टू यू पीपल. ओके, सो देन कम्स टू दी trust versus mistrust, the first stage. So everyone, you people, if you are first time also reading, so you will remember this one. Okay, so the first stages of the Erickson psychosocial development is the our infancy stage, where the basic conflict is the trust versus mistrust. Okay, so most very important thing. Okay, if the baby is crying, then the mother is giving the breast milk, the trust will develop. Baby is crying, the mother is not giving the breast milk, the mistrust will develop. Okay, if the baby mother maintained the baby with the trust, so hope will develop in the future. Okay, so if the baby is not maintained any trust, so always mother is keep trying, the mother is giving the mistrust to the baby in his life, means there is a only hopelessness will be seen by the baby in his future stage of the development. Okay, the first stage is the very important infancy, that is the trust versus mistrust will be there. And in the phase of the toddler, okay, so there is the auto, that is the autonomy versus shame or doubt is there. Then comes to the preschooler. In the preschooler, that is the how we have to remember the preschooler, that is the preschooler pig, P as pig, you can remember, very important. Preschooler, that is the initiative versus guilt will be seen in the preschooler. So this is what how I remember and how I used to choose the answer in my exam. So that is telling, if it is comfortable to you, so you can follow this one. If it's not comfortable, you can leave, no problem. Okay, so but the thing is clear, if you are applying these tricks, the correct answer you can choose in the exams. Okay, so that is what I am telling, and it is practically possible thing. Okay, so preschooler is the how we have to see the preschooler, that is with the pig, that is the preschooler means initiative versus guilt is the stage which is faced by the preschooler. Okay, so only these first four things is most important. Okay, so if you want extra, you can remember that is the adolescence is there, identity versus the misconfusion. So here the AD ID you can remember, AD ID. Okay, so in the adolescence, the identity versus confusion is the a very important thing where you have to remember, that is the adolescence. Identity versus role confusion is the task here, which will be given to adolescence here. Okay, then the early adulthood, that is the intimacy versus love. So here the age group, you can see the 19 to 29 years, the very dangerous age group. Okay, so here always person wants to love someone. Okay, if this girl is not accepting, propose to another girl. If that girl is not accepting, propose to another girl. Okay, this kind of the thing will be there in the 90 to 29 year, very dangerous thing. If whoever the person who is completely focusing in his life in his 19 to 29 year on his career building, okay, on his goals, who is working, so he will become the successful person. Okay, so don't go behind these things. So that is very dangerous. Early adulthood, 19 to 29 years here. So you can see the love is the virtue which develops here. If the girl accepted the love, means the intimacy will develop. If the girl not accepted the love, the isolation will develop. Okay, so that is the very important thing. Then comes to the middle age, the generativity versus stagnation is there. In the old age, the integrity versus despair is there. Okay, so that is the very important thing, and try to remember this all first 5 stages. Okay, so the first one is the trust versus mistrust in the infancy. Auto, there is the toddler, autonomy versus shame and doubt. Then preschooler fig, there is the preschooler initiative versus guilt. And in the ISA for the scholars, there is the industry versus inferiority. Then comes to the AD-ID, that is the adolescence versus in the adolescence, identity versus role confusion. Okay, so this is the very important thing. All you people have to choose the correct answer. Okay, so hope that today's class is very much helpful to you people. So some technical error is there in the studio, so please try to understand. We are unable to continue the class here. So in the tomorrow session, I will continue with the next questions. So everything everything is ready, but due to some technical errors, so the heavy rain is happening this side, so electricity problem, and our still that the class is running over the batteries, so now battery is also dead. We'll see in the tomorrow's class. I will take extra hours and I will try to cover the whatever the question left in the today's class. So be connected, stay motivated, and if you are truly working on that your dream and truly hungry for your goals, so no one can stop you. Yes, so do revise the thing whatever you people learned over the theory based questions today. So we'll meet in the tomorrow's class again. So तब तक के लिए जय हिंद जय भारत. Thank you for your cooperation. And if anyone wants to be a part of our test series, yes, I have given the link in the description box for downloading our app while are preparing for the RRB Vande Bharat exam and while are preparing for the Norcet mains exam. So please do download our app and use the fully planned test series where you will get the one line questions, you will get the scenario based questions, clinical based questions. Okay, so all important questions, trending questions. Okay, so everything we have included over our test series. If you want, you can download and use that one. So we will meet in the tomorrow's class. तब तक के लिए जय हिंद जय भारत. Take care. Bye bye.